Good afternoon, my friends. Hope you're having a great day. I'm Gabe. I'm just here to talk to you about some of the general ACT strategies you can work with. So first of all, I kind of want to talk to you about why would you want to study for the ACT? Number one, it's very studyable. It's incredibly straightforward. You have your 4 sections, but it's not a challenging test to study for. It's very straightforward. You can go boom, 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 boom. How much time do you want to put into this? That depends a little bit on the person, but I'm going to try to help you figure that out. And this can vary per person, but for me, what worked for me was I did 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of ACT prep. Doing it this way makes it really easy to kind of balance your time out. That's not very much time. That's less than most TV shows. You're gonna say, well, here's 30 minutes, ACT, that's done, get on with my life. Because let's be real, nobody wants to sit around and study the ACT for 5.5 hours. That's kind of your key takeaway, is figure out what your time is. For me, it was 30 minutes a day. I could do that and I could be consistent with it. Because consistency is the key. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to challenge yourself, make a schedule, write it down, put it in your notebook, and say, I am going to study for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. 45 minutes a day, 4 days a week. And do that and do it well. And that is your first tip for succeeding on the ACT. I did that for you. So you're like, I'm going to study for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, but what the heck am I going to study? Well, there is this fantastic resource out there. It is called, I believe, the AC. Oh yeah, look at those big letters. That, my friends, is your resource. That is absolutely what you want. You can buy it off Amazon for like 25 bucks. This thing has like 10 practice tests in it or something like that. And what I want you to do is, so you said, I'm gonna study for 30 minutes a day. And so you have that, and now you're thinking, what am I gonna study? Well, now we have that. And what you want to do is you want to go through each of those sections. You want to just do the practice test, and that's exactly what you want to study. Is study by doing the test. So for me, what I did was I did a section a day, and a section was like 25 minutes. So I'd start my timer, I'd sit down, I'd do a section, and then I'd have like 5 minutes left, and I would check my section. Right? Now that's a novel idea. Like when you're practicing something, you do practice problems, you actually check the answers. If you do check the answers, which you better do or I will be incredibly disappointed in you, you see the problems you did wrong. So you go through and do the reading section and you're like, oh, I don't know where commas go. I need more practice with that. And then you've identified your problem areas and you can focus in more on those and learn the mistakes you're making. The other reason why it's so nice to just do this section by section thing is that the problems start repeating themselves. You'll look at a problem and be like, oh, I remember this problem from over there. And then you circle the right answer, because you already know it. Last thing I wanted to mention was, in the previous video, I talked about consistency, making a plan and sticking to it. And this is really going to help you do that, because if you say that you're going to sit down and do an entire test every day, unless you're way better than me, you're not going to do it. Because I tried to do that. I'm like, I'm going to do a test every day for 2 weeks before. I'm going to be so ready. And I did 3 problems. Straight up not kidding, maybe 3 problems. Just kind of recap. First things first, got to get the book. Find $25 somewhere. You probably have it. That's 3 Chipotle burritos. You can afford to not eat Chipotle 3 times and get $20K in scholarship money. It's absolutely worth it. Second thing is consistency. You have to do it. Do it consistently, please. I beg of you. I beg of you. And last thing is, check your work. Look through the problem, see what you did wrong. If you don't understand something, we have this great resource. It's called Google. You can just type the question into Google, and somebody on Google will have done it and will explain. That's absolutely key, is knowing what you're doing wrong. And when the test comes, I believe in you. You have only to believe if you wish to achieve.